Hey everybody, welcome on back. It is the finale of Sonic Mania. Man, I can't believe we're here. I'm so excited for the first finale on my YouTube channel. Let's jump on in. This is Titanic Monarch Zone. So, we get a little bit more of an eerie vibe with this as appropriate for a final level. A lot of elements from Sonic 3 in this one. We have those orbs, that purple orb that I was rotating around. That is a reference to Sonic 3's special stages. One of Sonic 3 and Knuckles' special stages, I should clarify. You were in a room with all those orbs, and there was a lot of items like shields and rings that you could get. Additionally, we have the yellow springs that we bounce off of in the vertical hallways right here. Those are from Carnival Night Zone from Sonic 3. So again, they just keep packing on those Sonic 3 and Knuckles references, which might be one of the big reasons why this game is just for me, because that is my favorite game of all time, hands down. We got these classic Sonic Mania speed sections right here. And some classic spike traps. But that's not Mania exclusive, that's just Sonic exclusive. Alright, so when we get to the next straightaway, I think I'll give a proper demonstration of Supersonic. Just because the last video, I mean, when I say it was the worst place to show off Supersonic, it truly was the worst place. Alright, let's transform. So we got that double jump, double height. You're always at maximum velocity, so no need to build up that momentum, because you got it. I mean, you straight up got it. Alright, what do we got here? Little hidden path. Ooh, now I'm gonna... Oh, this is important. So, I have the magnetic shield, which attracts you to that. I did not know that. And you know how I wet my fucking pants every time I see an interactive element. But no, so Supersonic, the drawback to having this unlimited power is you lose 1 ring per second, okay? No big deal, you say. But when you lose all your rings, you transform back into regular Sonic. Oh, guys, are we doing Blue Sphere? Are we accidentally doing some Blue Sphere right now? I mean, I gotta oblige. This is already gonna be a long episode, but, you know, we're in it. And I'm gonna get knocked out of my super state, but whatever. We'll continue that demonstration when we get to it. Alright, so, to get the perfect bonus on this Blue Sphere, we're gonna have to leave one of those this will be the one we leave fresh. We'll leave that fresh so that we can hit all the squares and get those rings for the perfect bonus to get that gold coin. Because I don't have too many gold coins on my PC file, and we'll pad it out. But I will, I'm feeling a little bit better about explaining why I like Blue Sphere so much. So, when Sonic 3 and Knuckles came out, which is the game that this is featured in, this was like Mario 64 to me, right? I had never seen a 3D game in any capacity. So even on the Genesis, when it's a bunch of 2D sprites with a very basic polygonal 3D background, man, that was just like something else. Truly. Alright, here we go. We're picking up speed. The difference between Sonic 3 and Mania is that you very gradually pick up speed. It's not just like... It's not a jarring experience, which kind of makes it easier. But yeah, here we go. I know this one is from Sonic and Knuckles. I think it might be one of the first ones in that game, but I don't know it very well. Not that I can't beat it, I just gotta navigate my way around, find some more blue spheres. I'm going in a circle, so I'm gonna try to go in a different path. Oh, it's that one I left blank. I am not even looking around. Yeah, here we go. I'll find it. It's around these parts somewhere. Here we go. Alright, perfect. Right here. Yeah. Nice and easy. There we go. keep it under control when you're at that maximum speed and the music's going so fast. It's just great. Alright, but back to Titanic Monarch. Oh, well, you lost your shield. You might as well go super, right? Now, when you're supersonic, you still can get crushed. You are never invulnerable to getting crushed. So keep that in mind. You're nearly invincible. And as I was saying, the payoff to this awesome power is losing 1 ring per second. And you might think, hey, that's not that big of a deal. But, I mean, think about it this way. You go supersonic, you go throughout the level, and let's say you have like 20 rings left by the time you get to the boss. It's a long boss, and your rings run out, and you are just Sonic with 0 rings. You are exposed, and that boss is probably going to get the best of you. So it's really a gamble on how you want to play it with supersonic. If you can keep your ring count up high, you are truly invincible. Let's get that life. We're back up to 17. Seems to be our all-time high maybe on this playthrough. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened on that flying battery playthrough where everything was reset. Like, I genuinely did not start a new file or anything like that. I left it recording in the background. Maybe I timed out several times. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's my best guess. Anyway, here we go. We got the pulls from Flying Battery. We got the springs from Carnival Night Zone. Just an all-around fun time. Now, the reason I decided to give my little demonstration of supersonic in this level as opposed to Act 2 is for the same reason I was telling you before. I don't want to show off supersonic and get stuck at the final boss with no rings. And additionally, I would like to show you that I can beat the final boss without the need for supersonic. Speaking of bosses, this boss is a direct cut from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Death Egg Act 1, the final level of that game. So this is the different part. We got this elevator. When I'm Sonic, I can't jump high when it's going up, but when it's neutral, go ahead and hit him. You're not going to be able to reach him up when he's up there when you're regular Sonic, but hey, I explained it, so that's cool, right? Alright, on to Act 2. Taking that elevator up, we are close in proximity to that giant robot. If you remember from the cutscene in the last episode, you could see that giant robot in the background. Well, that's the level. If you're thinking, hey, we're gonna go fight that giant Eggman robot, forget about it, because it's literally the level. That's where we are right now. Now, Act 2 is a pretty unique level in the sense that it is one of the only Sonic levels I've ever seen that has like a main hub. Oh, I apologize about this. So those little guys will target you. Oh my fucking god. So sorry. Here we go. We're good. Yes. So we're gonna go into this Phantom Ruby portal. Now we're in this hub. Each little section corresponds to one of the hard-boiled heavies. We're not gonna fight them yet. So we'll take this one first. This is my least favorite because you just gotta time these jumps. And it's kind of hard to remember where you're going. There we go. So I fell down in that little portal. That just sends me back to the beginning of this phase. So you really want to avoid falling into those pits. Here we go. We'll jump onto this. Follow the... jeez. Follow the rings and try not to get hit by these little assholes. And here we go. We got a checkpoint. We're good. Jump up here. Get that spring. Take the fan. Here we go. This section is history. So, you gotta use Sonic's chubby little ass to make this go up. Well, Alright. I don't think I've ever taken this way. There we go. Not looking too shabby. So, when you get targeted like that, you either have to kill the thing that's targeting you, or you can just outrun it. But you got to make sure you have proper distance to get away from it. So, for both Act 1 and Act 2, I know that I have just been, like, singing praise about the soundtrack, but this isn't my favorite. I like my Sonic final levels to have a little bit more of a energetic theme. I appreciate what T-Lopes was going for with, I mean, you got that, like, little harpsichord theme for the Monarch theming, like the king, I suppose. But it just doesn't do much for me. I'm not even really like that big of a medieval fantasy like type of fan, I suppose. Alright, so that'll take me up to a special stage if I would have kept going upwards. But we don't need those bad boys anymore. I got 111 rings. I would like a shield, and to not get hit by that electricity. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna keep running because, oh boy. There we go. We're coming up on the end of this one here. So when you get hit by those fans, hold A, those little turtles with the fans, because you will go a little bit higher. You don't want to just jump and get flung into those spikes. It's not a good time. Alright, section 2 done. We're making good time on this. Let's go up here. Use that momentum. Now, this is an area just asking to get you crushed. You don't make it to the next platform in time, or you go too early, you're toast, bub. You are toast, bub. Alright. Let's get up. We got another spring here. Ooh, we almost hit those spikes. That would have been tragic. Alright, follow the rings. The rings won't lead you astray. Actually, I'm going to go above the rings on this one. And we're going to ride this little roller coaster to hell. Let's go up. I think we're about here. Nice and quick section. I'm loving the time that we're making. Take the spring up to the direction you want to go. We'll just go ahead and jump right in. Now this is a tricky section right here. This geometry is pretty much cut straight up from Sonic 1's Scrap Brain Zone. The very angular geometry that makes you susceptible to those we're gonna go in a loop here. I've done that a few times, I apologize. Jeez. Hey, we got those big rings. We can at least recover a little bit, right? There we go. 120 back. I'm cool with that. But yeah, those little pigs that shoot the bombs out, they're enemies from Sonic 1, except they are gray instead, or gray, purple, whatever, not red. But the spirit is there. Oh, lame. We're doing pretty well, though. We kind of faltered in Metallic Madness and Lava Reef, but as my bragging curse ensues, we were doing pretty well until I mentioned it. Kind of. Oh, that. I mean, seriously, I almost died right there. That's how unforgiving being crushed is in this game. Oh, he got me. That's just unfortunate. Alright, we're coming up on the final stretch here. And then it is final boss time. Or is it? That's up for you to decide. God damn. I go so smooth for so long, and then I just get tongue-tied. But nature of the business, we're going to keep getting better. So we just went through all 4. And we're going to go into this final little portal here. And I suppose it is boss time. Alright, so fully plan on me losing my rings, because if you play this boss safe and don't use your invulnerability frames, it's gonna take forever, and that's just not fun. So watch me get hit a few times and beat the boss faster. So I normally would have only got one hit in there. I got two. Makes a big difference. He's invincible right now with that shield. I cannot hit him. I'm gonna hold on to my one ring, get my couple hits in. Boom, we beat a tentacle, and now he's easier to kill. But the downside is we have to go into these goddamn hard-boiled heavy fights, which in my opinion don't really add anything. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. They don't really add anything because you don't need to kill them. They're just like little cinematic padding. Alright, so I got a good shot on him. Tails helped me out. We got our two. Wow, yes, we got 3 hits in. One more hit is going to take away one of those tentacles, and he's going to be even easier to hit. Oh boy. Keep your one ring. Keep that one ring. Alright, we got a bunch of hits in there. That's awesome. Alright, we got to go fight Heavy Shinobi now, which is my least favorite. My recommendation, just avoid. He's going to spin around in a ball. It's super unpredictable. And he can warp you away while you don't have your ring, leaving you exposed, which is not a good time. Oh, thank God. I think we're good. After this, we should get warped back. There we go. We got our one ring. We're good. Now, we can play it a little bit more safe and not have to get hit to beat him quickly. He's going to jump around. He's really far away, but yeah, there we go. 3 hits. That's awesome. Hopefully we can get another round of hits in before he teleports us to the next Phantom. Shit, I was talking. I only got that one hit in, but I can survive this one. It's Heavy Magician. It's not too hard. There's going to be 3 cups. You got to kind of get yourself away from it. Yeah. There we go. Nice and quick. So we'll let him do his little shit. There we go. We got him. No big deal. Game over. Oh, wait. Is it? What's happening? Alright. We got the magic of those 7 Chaos Emeralds we worked so hard for. And Heavy King, who we did not get to fight, comes out of nowhere to take that Phantom Ruby for himself. But Eggman's having none of it. Oh my God, we got infighting here. How's Sonic gonna compete with these guys? Oh, it's the Super Sonic boss. My favorite part of every Sonic game is when you get to fight the last boss as Super Sonic and you can fly, and it's great. So what's cool about this boss is that we are in a 3-way scuffle for the Phantom Ruby. Obviously, we don't want Eggman to have it, but we don't want Heavy King to have it either, because he's gone sentient. He's got a mind of his own, and he's turned on Eggman. And he's easily the one that you need to look out for the most, because those green orbs take away rings. Excuse me. And that is the first time that Super Sonic has ever been able to lose rings. That Phantom Ruby is no joke. It can compete with the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, which is unprecedented in the Sonic series. So yeah, he's gonna shoot those rings. They're lethal. Luckily, they provide you with some rings scattered throughout the level. Seriously, in this boss, if you see rings, take them every chance you can get. Alright, let's find him. He's got those little shields. It's really hard. You get exposed. And these guys take a lot of hits each. So I'm actually kind of worried about this run, which would be tragic because we've done so well all this way. I think we just got crushed on that early death. But oh my God. Oh no. So yeah, if you press A while you're flying, you do this dash at the expense of rings. Oh shit. Not a good time. I'm just going to avoid these guys and try to collect as many rings as I can to stay in this fight right now. Eggman is easily the least offensive of the two If you leave him alone long enough, he will do that charge that we just saw, but it's no big thing, really. Fuck. Hey, no worries. We're doing pretty well on time for a finale, so I'm just gonna do this raw, unedited. It's natural. So here we go. We're gonna start it over, and I'm gonna be a lot more conservative with my hits on Heavy King, because those green orbs will fuck you up. It's a weird boss fight. It's different from what you would expect for the final Supersonic fight, because you're so vulnerable. But that's kind of cool, because I would say that Doomsday Zone isn't necessarily hard from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's just more of like a final lap, in the sense that you already did the hardest parts of the game, and now you're just kind of taking advantage of Supersonic's spectacle, flying through space. But in this one, I mean, you're in a three-way fight for the most powerful item in the classic Sonic universe. Good shit. Alright. We are recovering from that last hit. Sticking with 40 pretty much consistently. That's okay. Ah, jeez. We got a hit in early, but we still took a loss. Get Eggman out of here real quick. He's nothing. He's a joke. Ah, come on, man. It's so hard to find an opening in there. No big deal. Eggman's gone. You have like your lightning shield magnetic properties through this too. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. This is a tight race here, fellas. But I'm gonna do everything I can to make this the one. There we go. That was super lucky. It's super huge. Our ring count's back up. We're just kind of staying even, which is pretty. Oh, jeez. Pretty much how it's designed. Yes, that's great. Eggman is no big deal for the last hit. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's it. That's game. That is the true finale. Eggman's down. Heavy King's down. Oh my gosh, but we got kicked out of Supersonic and we are getting warped away. Holy shit, what's going on? Nice little cutscene here. Tyson Hess, my boy. We got our Tails. We got our Knuckles. But where's our main blue boy? This is Little Planet from Sonic CD being broken off. That's where Titanic Monarch was. And it's being freed again. And this is the end of the series. Sonic is dead. Just kidding. He is getting warped into a shitty game called Sonic Forces. But the good news is he'll be back in Sonic Mania Encore mode. Just like we will be. Not in the next episode. We're going to take a little break from Sonic Mania. But we'll be back to it eventually. In the meantime, let's celebrate the first victory on this channel. I know that we beat Mario on the first episode ever, but this is a series that we got to the end of. And all these wonderful people that made the game, I love you, but this credit sequence goes on for way too long. And you know what? We have to just wrap things up. So, we're on the credits, right? Typically in classic Sonic games, the credit sequence consists of a medley of all of the zones that you've been in thus far in one track, where the percussion and the bass changes to fit the tempo of the song. But we have this remix of the Mania theme song, which is good, don't get me wrong, but I was a little disappointed not to hear that medley. It's one of my favorite parts of Sonic games. But here we go. We beat the game in 3 hours and 16 minutes. I think that might be because of that last Blue Sphere run I did. But, you know, whatever. We just did this on YouTube. We took our time. It was raw. but I've learned a lot through this playthrough, and I hope you've had a good time watching it. I certainly had a great time playing it. So I guess we have to think of a new game to play together. Diddy Kong Racing is still ongoing. Even at the time of recording, I have not even come close to beating it yet, so that'll be going on. I was thinking about a 64 game, but I'm not sure if I want to have two 64 games running at the same time. So I'll surprise you with something cool. Please stay tuned. Please let me know what you thought of this series. If things have improved since the beginning, if you have any suggestions on games to play, if you have any suggestions on how I could be doing a better job for you, let me know in those comments, and I will definitely reply to you. Positive, negative, no matter what. So thank you so much for watching my first series on YouTube. It has been more than a pleasure, and I cannot wait to see you in the next series.